Hey everybody, long time no see. I haven't been on this channel producing any content in a long time. Basically, this channel has always been about marketing, tips and stuff like that, and little vlogging here and there. I have a beauty channel that I haven't used in a while because I'm going through one of those phases of no makeup. And that's fine because it's just how I go, okay? And I have another channel for my art. As you can see behind me, you can see some of the samples. I was really hoping to use my iMac for this video. The web, I just don't quite figure out how I'm able to use my camera to do that. I did download some free movie maker thingy or video thing, but it only lets me record for 600 seconds. And when I did a couple of tests, no voice at all. Now, I do have a Bluetooth in for better sound for you. I am using my phone. I'll learn my iMac. I'll learn it, I swear to God. And I've got to remember where the camera, where you are. You're right there, okay? Well, anyway, this is going to be a little bit on the lengthy side because it's going to be the first video in a series that I'm creating. I am embarking on a very interesting health journey, and I want to document a few things as I go. I might even make video every single day on it. I don't know, but it's going to be pretty consistent, and I'm really excited about it. So first, let me go ahead and get started and explaining to you how I came across this and why, even though I'm not on the product yet, that I'm convinced it's going to do all the things for me. But first, because this is health related, I want a disclaimer for you, because the tube of you needs it, and you should have it anyway. This video, I will have a playlist or a channel on Rumble as well that'll do this, because I'm breaking away from the tube of you because of its incredible censorship, and I just don't agree with it. I just don't. I'm an American, and I believe in free speech. However, let me do the disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I suggest that you seek your medical professional if you need advice, okay? No matter what, okay? Just be aware that, well, you probably already know. I don't need to sing to the choir. The medical profession has been compromised a little bit, but they definitely want to make sure that we're not giving any advice. So I'm not giving any advice. I'm only going to be discussing my progress and maybe bring up some other people's progress, but nothing crazy. And if something like this is really interesting to you, and you're more than curious and you want to reach out to me, reach out to me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Rumble. I don't know if you can message on Rumble. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Telegram. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So I have been experiencing tons of depression over the past couple of years, even though my life is like amazing. And about 2 weeks ago, I woke up. I tend to wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning every day. Now, when everything is going well, that's not a bad thing at all. When you're full of anxiety, it can be stressful. So it's a couple of different things in my life right now that I really want to focus on. I have my art business, okay? And art businesses take a while before they become profitable. If you look around here, let me pull you out. I mean, in this house, I have probably, in our apartment down here, I have probably over 200 paintings on the walls. I don't have room for any more paintings on the walls. But I can't stop painting. Number two, my fiance is the ultimate breadwinner. He's amazing, and he takes such good care of me. And basically, he's my best sponsor and supporter for this art. And there are a few that are his, so that's pretty awesome. However, most of this is for sale. I would say 90% of the paintings on my walls are for sale. And until that starts breaking through, I need to become a contributor besides just the artist to Tara's Traveling Paints. Another thing is I want to start doing a local craft fair or farmer's market, where you can either bring farming goods or locally made stuff. And I want to be able to do that, but I don't want Wayne to have to pay for that. Plus, when I do that, I'm going to need something that I can hang art on. I'm going to do some functional art for that as well. and I'm going to need a tent, and I'm going to need weights, and all that fun stuff. So that's not going to be free unless I get some miracle or something. And that happens to me all the time. So I'm not going to worry about it. So I need to start being financially contributing to this beautiful business that I've got with the art. It is my passion. I love it. And then there was something else that was bugging me. And that is that my mom is 76 years old, and she's getting up there, and quality of life is not great. And I really, even though she's in the last chapter, I want that last chapter to be kick ass. So I'm really super concerned about that. And so I just was like praying, Creator, show me something, show me the way. I had already decided that I was going to, Wayne actually said, you need to go see my mom, because I got really nervous. It was a strange conversation we had. So I did go back to sleep, full of anxiety, but I knew that I asked, and I knew I was going to get my answers. Little did I know how. So there I was. I woke up, when Wayne wakes up to go to work about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, I generally wake up with him, and I try to work as hard as he does at home. He allowed me to leave a job that was actually killing me and stressing me out so bad, and he's been taking care of me since. I'm just not going to wear a mask anywhere. I'm not going to be mandated for an experimental thing that they call a vaccine, even though it's not a vaccine. I'm just not doing that. So luckily for me, I have him. Otherwise, I'd starve to death and be out on the street. It's true. I cannot tell you. So I prayed. I woke up in the morning, went upstairs, made the coffee. I went and sat out my little stoop that I like to go sit on to enjoy my nicotine with my coffee. And I opened Facebook. First post I see is a testimonial, written testimonial by a woman that's in a group that I was added to 6 to 9 months ago that I just did not want to even look at. The person that invited me, I have deep respect for in a business level in all sorts of different ways. I think he is a fabulous person. And he had asked me to join the group. I said, he could put me in any group he wants. It's fine. But that doesn't mean I'm going to look, right? And there was a key word in the title of the group that turned me off. And it's because I had prejudice about it and didn't understand. And since I didn't go in and look at what was really going on, I missed out on all that time. But that's okay, because all things come in due time. You know what I'm saying? So by 6:30 that morning, I was messaging Dave over in Ireland. I'm like, hey, guess what? I finally looked, and I'm blown away. I sat there for an hour and a half watching videos, reading written testimonials, and just saying, what? This is it now. I have been excited about businesses and health opportunities before. But nothing like this. I'm floored. I mean, some of you know that I've been in the same company for years, enjoying beautiful products from them. I just have no passion for building that business anymore. So I'm going to be calling them and having them remove my promoter status and just leaving me as a customer, because it's the stuff I use. You know, I use all the cleaning supplies. I use face stuff. The air fresheners are insane. You know, like, it's great. I just don't want to sell it no more. And I don't want to be in non-compliant with them, because they are running a very tight ship, and there's a reason for it. So I get it. So immediately I get in touch with my mom, and I'm like, I got to introduce you to something. I'm going to put you in a group. I need you to start looking at it. I need you to start listening to videos. I need you to start doing it now. Now, in her current position, she's on oxygen. She has CPOD, really bad circulation. She has a wound that won't heal. She's had now for a while, and this is her second one that she's had to deal with. Just, not fun. Body aches and pains, really strange sleeping and all that. I'm saying, so you can't wait on this. You need to get in there and look. And I said, and if you come up with the money to get, I just want her to be a customer. If you come up with money to become a customer, you're going to join with him, because I'm not in yet. I have to save money because I want to go in all the way. That's the kind of thing, So eventually she finally got it because she was resisting it, and that's fine. And it didn't take long. She placed an order, and she became a distributor, basic level distributor. Just because she had a feeling she'd probably want to offer it to people. I'm like, no kidding. It would be sinful not to, really. But hey, customers are lifeblood, so we made that happen. It was funny because she had already ordered her first order as a preferred customer and changed her mind. And I was able to call the company and talk to support and let them know who I was, because my mom has really poor hearing. She can't get on the phone to talk to anybody and get anything done without them losing their mind or her getting aggravated. And I was able to work that out with them for her. And she was just, it was like another $10 for her to make sure she was a promote. I'm like, what? I was blown away by that experience. So that's beautiful. The next week, I went to her house. I had to see her, so I went out to Vermont, and my plan was to stay for a couple of days, but then my granddaughter was like, can you please be here on Saturday for my game? And I'm like, I guess I can be disappointed a little bit. Wayne can be disappointed a little bit, but I can't allow her to be disappointed, so I stayed. And when I was there, my mother received her package, and she shared one of them with me. Well, one of them. Okay. I kept it on as long as I could because I knew I only had one, and I knew it was going to be a while before I was going to get my own, and I wanted to have any kind of effect I could. Well, I left it on for almost 36 hours. Just don't ever do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just being open with you that I did. I put it on Saturday morning before I was coming back. I went to the game and left there and drove back to Maine to be with my babies. And I always have back pain. And if I'm standing up a lot, I have to squat a lot. I have to stretch my lower back out. I have arthritis in my lower back. Just years of beating myself up, working really hard physical jobs, and just, ouch. Immediately, within the first 5 minutes, I had no pain at all in my body, anywhere. My right foot usually has a click in the morning, like at the ankle, no click. My knee hurts, no knee pain. Back killing me all day, no problem. What? I also noticed I smoked less cigarettes that initial 24 hours. I just didn't have a desire, and that's great. When you've been a long-term smoker, the less you smoke, the better, and quitting is probably a good idea too. You know what I'm saying? So I just had so many different amazing results in that time period that I'm absolutely convinced. I slept like a rock those 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday night. I did sleep like that on the second night, but I had taken it off by 7:30 or something like that on Sunday. I can't believe it. So this is the thing. I want to document with you, and I know we're already at 13 minutes. I should timestamp, so if people don't want to listen to the intro or whatever, they don't have to. There are several things that are going on with me. I'm 50 years old, turned 50 in October, that I want to address, and I am convinced, because I've seen testimonials of other people having these things addressed in their lives. So let me go ahead down the list of the things that I want to see improve, and that I am going to see improve, and I'm going to document it with you. This is the embarrassing one. I had my daughter 30 years ago, and I've never fully recovered. I've had hemorrhoids that long. There have been periods in my life when I was a heavy beer drinker or drank too much coffee where it was aggravating, painful, and terrible. They don't bother me now. I just don't care to have them any longer, because when they do, it's horrible. You know what I mean? So 30 years of that, that's enough of that. I have, and I'm going to demonstrate this because I can't really get a picture of it. This left arm, when Stella was 1 year old, she had gone to New York to see her grandpa, and I had been having some tremors, and like one of my fingers was like bendy. It couldn't straighten out. And I researched what I thought it was because I'm not a big fan of the traditional or mainstream medical people at all. Plus, I wasn't insured. Um, so I researched what is it because I've done a lot of physical work, and I believe, and we'll soon find out. And if this arm comes back, it's going to hurt. I'm going to let you guys see it because it's going to be a reopening, a reawakening of that nerve. I believe I have a pinched ulnar nerve, and that's a nerve that goes through the arm and then out towards the pinky. Okay? It's the opposite of the carpal tunnel, but it does similar things. My hand started shaking one day. It went on for about 24 hours. It was brutal, and it hurt so bad because the muscles were just like, oh my God. And then the next day, I could no longer use my left hand the way I used to. I was always kind of ambidextrous. I could write with my left hand. I could pick something up with my, there were things where I was dominant and with it over my right. Now I'm just a righty. Now, I can't really, I don't know if you could, I wish you could really kind of see. I'm hoping. It just doesn't function right. I have to use one hand on the computer keyboard. I can't type with this. Let me see if, yeah, I can't do this. See that? I can't do that. And I believe that's the nerve. I want that arm back. And it may not ever come all the way back, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to improve it because in that 36 hours I had that product on my body. I could feel that. I could feel the nerve kind of like tingling a little. I'm like, God, I hope that doesn't start right now because it's really probably not the most important thing to fix. But anyway, I have a bruise on my leg, and I did take a picture of that, and I will probably put it right in here on my right leg from a soccer injury from freshman year in high school. I was very aggressive when I played sports, and I also hated shin guards. Yeah, hated them. I was in a skirmish. I can't remember the girl's name. She was such a nice lady. She got carried off the thing. I didn't say a word about the injury that I received, and she had kicked my leg so hard that I have a bruise that's been there since then, and I'm 50 years old. I was 14 or 13. I was 13 at the time, and you can feel it. And bruises that old are not good. So I'm hoping I can clear that one out. Okay, that's crazy, right? My toenails are brittle. I don't like it. Okay. Sore shoulders. I'm pretty sure both cuffs are torn. I just want them to be, I don't want it to hurt. Now, when I was on the patch, my arms did not hurt at all. My shoulders did not hurt at all. But that doesn't mean it was healed. It just means that pain receptor was like, you need to do things and we need to work on this kind of thing. So I have arthritis in my back. And I also have arthritis really starting to begin on this hand now. Last year, November 2020, I fell down the stairs head first. And you can't really see, I still have a big lump here. And I broke my hand. See where my knuckle is? It's not where it's supposed to be. Because they didn't set it. Yeah, the medical doctors didn't bother setting my hand. So I'm starting to have some limited movement. You see that in this hand, and I need that hand. And I'm also, I don't know if you can see on my middle finger, starting to get that little nodule. The nodules that you get when older folks have arthritis. It's happening. I don't want it. Neck pain. I've had lots of neck pain. Extreme stress. Like my shoulders have always been super tight. I get Charlie horses sometimes that are so intense they go right up my back, or right up my sides, right in my stomach. And I do take really good magnesium. It doesn't always do the thing, okay? Like I said, in the morning, my right foot will make a clicking sound in the ankle or at the top of the foot. And sometimes it hurts. I like that to go away. I have very slow recovery. Last summer, I went boogie boarding for the first time in 20 years. And I used to go boogie boarding 20 years ago and go all day. All day. There were times where I would go boogie boarding first thing in the morning, just before going to work, just as often as possible. And I just love that. And I went last summer with Stella. I made it 3 hours. And boy, it hurt. I need to be able to boogie board. Okay? So my recovery is slow. I'm starting to get wrinkles. I'm going to put a picture in this because right now I just look angelic. But I took a picture of my face yesterday. I had a really hard day. I was very sad, and I swear to God, I gained 20 years in one day. I was like, oh God. So I'll show you that. My hair sheds like crazy. That might not ever stop because it's the kind of texture that I have. But I will say, and this is another benefit, I have like kind of receding here, high peaks. And that's normal for my family. I also had this weird little boo-boo that like I would just like pick it off and it would go away and then it would come back. That is gone after the first time I used that product. That's gone. And I feel like these parts of my hair are thicker. I will take close-ups of that. I'm a long-term smoker. I want my lungs to be okay. Now, I am not ready to quit yet, and don't hate on me. Don't do it. However, when I do, and it's coming, I want my lungs to have a chance to recover. I do not want to be on oxygen. I do not want COPD. I do not want to hack all the time. I don't want that. I want to heal those lungs. Okay? This is probably the scariest thing right now is my blood pressure. Now, I got high blood pressure when I was working at that job that I don't even want to talk about. I was working in the medical field, as you can imagine, extremely horrifying. And I ended up with some serious blood pressure issues, and it was scary. And the doctor gave me medication for it, and I couldn't take it. My feet swelled up like, edema, like not good. Like, what? Why? No. So I started taking supplements. Like Redwood from Umzu. I think they're pretty cool vitamins. Redwood's pretty nice. Just a lot of it. You got to take like 3 twice a day. They're horse pills. I also take olive leaf and Phyto-Reds. Phyto-Reds are pretty fast acting. If I can feel that my blood pressure is going up, I can take some Phyto-Reds. On the day that I had that product on me, that 36 hours, no need whatsoever to take any of those supplements. I did not feel my blood pressure rise at all. I will be monitoring that physically once I begin this regimen, okay? The high blood pressure is a serious thing. You've got to be careful. And if you're in your 50s, 40s, 30s, you've got to be careful. I eat well. We eat like grass-fed organic stuff. It's rare we make something out of a box. And if we do, it's okay because we just get over it. You know what I'm saying? We eat really well. I drink a lot of water. Yes, I still drink alcohol, but yeah, that high blood pressure thing cannot be an issue because I know it's getting so high. If I can feel it, I know it's high, and I don't even want to read it. And I don't have a cuff here, so I have to go down to Walmart or Walgreens and put my arm in the thing. And last time I did it, it was very high. So I will be doing that tomorrow. I'm picking up Wayne's sensor for his Dexcom, and I'm going to take my high blood pressure then and record it, okay? Because I should be on the product by Tuesday or Wednesday. Let me see what else. My metabolism is wicked. I was keto for 3 years. I lost maybe 20, 30 pounds on it, and it never broke that again. Then I started carb cycling and intermittent fasting, and I got a little less fluffy, but I don't think it was in weight. I think I gained some muscle and lost some fat. You know what I'm saying? And now I just eat whatever I want. I do intermittent fast because I will go long periods of time without food. I like to get into that, and I did track it for a while. I'm over it. So I would like to see an improvement in my metabolism. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm at 220.1 pounds right now. Ideally at 5'4" or 5'5", which one of those, I don't know. I should be about 140. At 180, I'm like hot. So it'd be cool to be 200. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like an improved metabolism, and I have a feeling it'll probably work on that, because it could have something to do with my thyroid. You know what I mean? When I worked at that place, I did have insurance, and obviously I had to go to the doctors an awful lot because I got rushed to the hospital with a high blood pressure. They thought I was having a heart attack and falling down the stairs and all that fun stuff. Never got into that kind of testing though. Did blood work and whatnot. Apparently I have the greatest cholesterol in the world. I have the best good cholesterols and the lowest bad cholesterols. So that's a good sign. A really good sign. Just letting you know. That was probably from being keto so long. I have sinus issues. If you guys watch my painting channel, if I go outside to let the paint rest, because I do flow art. This is flow art. There's very few brush strokes here. You got to let the air bubbles kind of pop out of it. And I got to walk away. So I usually go sit outside and enjoy a cigarette, relax, come inside, start painting. I'm sure this is pretty common for most people. But as soon as I come back inside, I'm like, not a fan. I do neti pots, which is very good, but we'll see. I don't know if that's really important. I really don't think it bothers me that much. I just don't like it all the times in the videos. I have periodontal disease. It's going down, and I've been seeing some amazing results of people in this testimonial group that their periodontal disease is starting to disappear. Now, you're talking long-term use. This product is going to work on one thing at a time in order of importance. So, I'm excited about that, because periodontal disease is directly connected to high blood pressure, heart problems, all that fun stuff. So getting teeth healthy, pretty cool. My babies went out and bought me a $300 Oral-B. The thing can, if I was interested in AI, the thing could teach me how to brush my teeth right. I'm like, no, I'll just use it. And I've got a water pick. I water pick every day. And that's that. No insurance right now, so there'll be no going back to the dentist. Also, my vision. Now, this is what I think really turned on my high blood pressure, because when I finally got to the doctor, the eye doctor, and they dilated me, my high blood pressure was so insane. And he was like, so, when you were driving to work that day, and you felt like you couldn't really see right, and you walked into work and you went to the computer and you could not see the letters on the computer. And that's when they're like, oh my God, and brought you into the doctor's office, and blood pressure, and they're like, whoa, call the ambulance. It was crazy. I don't even want to know what the number was. I could look through. So that's possible. The eyes are connected. Now, I am night vision blind. I can't see at night to drive. Everything is a starburst. And it sucks, because I like driving down dirt roads at night. Can't do it, because God forbid somebody's coming the other way. Tons of testimonials in that group of people that now can drive at night. That would be beautiful. Because I really do think between the teeth and the eyes, it has a lot to do with that blood pressure. So those are physical things I'm going after. And I just know that all of it will eventually be part of my story. And it's going to be great. It is great already. Now, emotional issues. Now, there's a few people in there with emotional issues that have seen a lot of relief. People with things like PTSD, I don't think I have that anymore, which is good. I did years ago, after a very unfortunate incident with Nick DeSeglia. Yeah, I said his name out loud. How about that? So no PTSD for me. However, emotional. I've been suffering from depression for 2 years now. Wicked. And I've got a really good life. It's just, well, it's hard. Um, I've noticed that my mental clarity is starting to diminish. I'm just not sharp. I remember everything like the elephant, but sometimes, like if I don't write my list down, or if I am like, oh, I'm gonna go do, how you just get absent-minded, like, oh, what was I doing again? Yeah, it's pretty normal. It could be hormonal. I'm 50. I should be starting my menopause. I'm thinking I might go back on that for a little while though, which is okay. And my anxiety is kind of high, kind of really high. So I'm looking forward to helping with those because I've seen tons of people have results on the emotional front, on the mental front. So that's pretty great. What else did I want to tell you? I think that's it for now. Like I said, I will have my hands on these products. They're supposed to be here Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm going to start taking them immediately. I'm also going to put Wayne on them, whether he likes it or not, to help him with his sugars. He's a type 1 diabetic, and they go pew, 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 and I have Dexcom. I'm able to watch with the graphs, and I'm going to take a couple screenshots of his graphs before. And I've seen a lot of people like going down to half the insulin that they normally would be on and seeing normal sugars between 98 and 148 without doing anything different. That's pretty amazing. So I would like to see that for him because that will help him with his mood, help me with his mood. And I just want him to be as healthy as he possibly can. I love him so much. I've already got a couple people that I'm going to be sending some samples to. And I'm really excited about it. I am not afraid to approach anyone on this. That's how much I believe. Do you remember when President Trump said something strange? People were like, what? And he was talking about like shooting light into the body and using UVs and to fix things. Well, he absolutely 100% knew exactly what he was talking about. And it's a real thing. And that's what I'm about to do. Just so you know. And that is wonderful to me. I feel like God put that in my newsfeed just at that time, just when I asked for the help. And it just, I have been floored since. I am so excited. It's Monday. Maybe it'll come early. I don't know. But I'm going to keep track of everything. I'm going to let you guys know how it goes. I am going to... I'm not going to be able to splice this. I'll just put the pictures that I took of my hand and my bruise at the end of this video because I'm not going to sit through the YouTube cutter and do that. So if you're interested in checking me out and watching my story, I'm going to vlog it. I'm down with that. I'm going to do it on Rumble, and Rumble takes a long time to upload to, but they're getting there. And on YouTube, on this channel right here. Yeah. I'm pretty excited. Oh, update. Mom's wound. At first, she didn't notice anything. She noticed that her body didn't hurt as much. And she's been on it steady for a week now. Then the nurse was like, we got to take you to the hospital because she's having swelling around the wound that she has on her leg. And she's like, my mom's like, no. I know what happens at hospitals. People die. And that's true. So I was like, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Keep drinking your water and just keep going. The nurse comes, I guess, yesterday or the day before. It was Saturday. And my mom sent me a picture of the wound on the 22nd to the wound on Saturday. I would say at least a 50% improvement. That's huge. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be sharing you about her. I just was very excited. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you hang out with me during this and see what goes on. I'm looking forward to all sorts of benefits. And like I said, I'm not a medical professional. Not at all. And if you have questions and you need to talk to somebody with it more, that's fine. I do have a website that you can go to and look at the studies and find out what it is, how it works, and all that fun stuff. And it's just a blanket website. You can't join from there or anything. If you'd want to, you'd either come to me or go find somebody you want to join with. So if you want that, I'll be happy to put that out there for you, but I need to be asked for it. I'm not going to just put a link in the description. I'm just not going to do that. That's not how I want to do it. I just want to bless you one way or the other, okay? So if you are friends with me on Facebook and you want to be in that group, you just say, put me in that group. I want to start poking around. I will absolutely love to have you there. I'll tag you into key points and some key things that help you search for stuff and all that fun stuff, and I'm right there for you. What else? Goodness. That's all. That's all for now. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me for 35 minutes and 52 seconds. I want you to go ahead and bang on that like button, hit your subscription, all that fun stuff. And if you enjoyed this and you want to share it with somebody, if you're like, hey, you want to share it with a friend, like saying, I think she's onto something. Okay, you might not feel that way yet, but this belief I got is wild. And I'm so thrilled to death that God answers all prayers just in time. God bless you. Thank you so much. And I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.